Welcome to our channel. We are so glad you found your way here. Let us help you fall asleep. Let's begin with Atlas and the winds, the forces that swirl around him. Take deep breath in and release it. Let the centuries fade away as we drift through the quiet echoes of the past. Your mind is calm, the ruins are peaceful, and we are ready to explore. Atlas stands as a primordial figure within Greek mythology, embodying both strength and endurance. This titan is often depicted as a colossal being, burdened with the heavens upon his shoulders. His origins trace back to the ancient narratives that explore the creation of the world and the struggles of divine beings. In these tales, he serves as a symbol of resilience, representing the weight of celestial responsibility. His lineage connects him to a grander pantheon, the son of the titan Iapetus and the nymph Clymene. Atlas is entwined with themes of fate and the eternal struggle against the forces of nature. This connection deepens the understanding of his role, as he is often portrayed as a guardian of the western edge of the world, a boundary between the mortal realm and the divine. The role of Atlas extends beyond mere physical burden. He embodies the concept of endurance against overwhelming odds. The ancient Greeks viewed him not just as a figure of strength, but as a representation of the human condition itself, striving, carrying burdens, and facing insurmountable challenges. His story resonates through various artistic expressions, from pottery to sculpture, illustrating the cultural significance attributed to him across time. In these representations, one can glimpse the quiet reverence held for the titan who carries the heavens. The role of titans in Greek mythology extends beyond mere figures in stories. They embody fundamental aspects of existence and nature, originating from primordial deities. These beings, such as Cronus and Rhea, signify the complexities of creation and the cyclical nature of time. Their narratives intertwine with the very essence of the cosmos, marking them as archetypal forces that governed both the earth and the heavens. Each titan represents specific domains, influencing elements such as harvest, time, and the ocean. This connection to nature highlights the ancient Greeks' deep understanding of the environment, acknowledging that human life is intertwined with greater cosmic forces. Their interactions often reveal the delicate balance between power and consequence, a theme resonant throughout Greek tales. The subsequent rise of the Olympian gods illustrates a shift in power dynamics, where the titans, once dominant, face the inevitability of change. This transition serves as a reminder of the impermanence of authority and the constant ebb and flow of existence. The narratives surrounding these beings reflect a society grappling with the understanding of fate and free will, encapsulating existential questions that still resonate today. In both reverence and caution, the legacy of titans endures, symbolizing the intricate relationships among deities, nature, and humanity. Their stories remain foundational to the understanding of ancient Greek culture. Atlas, one of the titans in Greek mythology, stands as a significant figure within the intricate web of divine lineage. He is often depicted as the bearer of the heavens, a role that emphasizes both strength and burden. His genealogy traces back to the primordial deities, specifically to the titan Iapetus and the oceanid Clymene. This familial connection links him to other notable titans, including Prometheus and Epimetheus, who embody themes of foresight and hindsight. The offspring of Atlas, including the Hesperides and the Pleiades, further enrich this lineage. The Hesperides are famed for guarding the golden apples, while the Pleiades represent a cluster of stars, illustrating the intersection of mythology and astronomy. Each of these descendants carries the weight of their heritage, adding layers to the narrative surrounding Atlas. His relationship with the Olympian gods is particularly noteworthy. Atlas's defiance against Zeus resulted in a profound consequence: the eternal task of holding up the sky. This punishment not only underscores his pivotal role within this mythology, but also reflects the broader themes of struggle and consequence that permeate ancient tales. The legacy of Atlas, intertwined with his family, serves as a lens through which the dynamics of power, rebellion, and familial ties are explored within the context of ancient Greek culture. The origin of the name Atlas reveals profound linguistic roots that reflect its significance in ancient civilizations. Derived from the ancient Greek verb talein, meaning to bear or to support, it emphasizes the foundational role attributed to this figure. This connection extends to the broader themes of endurance and strength, essential traits in both mythological narratives and historical contexts. In the Greek language, Atlas is often depicted as one who carries immense weight, symbolizing the burden of the heavens. These connotations align with the representation of the Atlas Mountains, named after him, which rise majestically in North Africa. This geographical feature embodies the idea of steadfastness and a connection to the divine, marking the landscape with a sense of permanence. The ancient Greeks also linked the name to the idea of navigation, as Atlas is often associated with cartography and maps. The term atlas, as it evolved in later languages, came to signify collections of maps, reflecting humanity's quest for understanding and exploration. This transformation speaks to the enduring influence of ancient thought on contemporary language and geography. In examining these etymological connections, one uncovers layers of meaning that resonate throughout history, revealing how a single name can encapsulate the weight of myth, geography, and human aspiration. The representation of Atlas in ancient art offers profound insights into the cultural significance attributed to this figure. Statues crafted in marble and bronze often depict him in a moment of both strength and strain, bearing the celestial sphere upon his shoulders. These works convey a duality, reflecting both the burden of responsibility and the grandeur of the heavens. In this region, sculptors utilized intricate details to highlight muscular definition, emphasizing the physicality of Atlas as a titan. Mosaics further illustrate the enduring fascination with this figure. Often found in the floors of grand villas, they combine vibrant colors and intricate patterns, narrating scenes of mythology where Atlas interacts with gods and heroes. The choice of materials, ranging from glass tesserae to natural stones, speaks to the craftsmanship of the era, while the imagery evokes the stories that shaped the beliefs of ancient societies. Reliefs carved into stone walls provide another dimension to Atlas's portrayal. These works often serve as narrative backdrops, framing the actions of deities in a cosmic context. The texture of the stone, weathered yet resilient, mirrors the timeless nature of the themes depicted. Each depiction contributes to a collective understanding of Atlas as not merely a figure of myth, but as an embodiment of the struggles inherent in the human experience, intertwined with the natural world and its mysteries. Hesiod's Theogony presents a foundational narrative of Greek mythology, casting Atlas in a pivotal role that shapes both divine and mortal realms. In this ancient text, Atlas is not simply a titan burdened with the weight of the heavens. His character reflects the profound interplay between fate and resilience. The context of his story unfolds amidst the cosmic conflict between the Titans and the Olympians, underscoring the tensions of power and authority in the ancient world. This region, steeped in mythological significance, illustrates how Atlas became emblematic of endurance. His punishment, to hold the celestial spheres, symbolizes the burdens that accompany strength and responsibility. The significance of this portrayal extends beyond mere narrative. It serves as a metaphor for the human condition, how individuals navigate their own challenges while bearing the weight of their choices. Within the framework of Hesiod's work, Atlas embodies the eternal struggle against overwhelming odds. He stands as a reminder of the intricate relationship between humanity and the cosmos, evoking reflections on destiny and perseverance. The evolution of his character throughout the text highlights not only the complexities of divine interaction, but also the moral lessons woven into the fabric of these ancient tales. The quiet strength of Atlas resonates, offering insights into the resilience required to confront life's adversities. The weight of the heavens bears down upon this ancient figure, a reminder of the burdens one must carry. Trapped in an eternal struggle, it is said that Atlas must uphold the celestial sphere, a task bestowed as punishment for his defiance. This punishment serves as both a personal trial and a universal metaphor, illustrating the inherent challenges faced by those who defy the natural order or disrupt harmony. In this forgotten realm, the heavens shimmer with the light of distant stars, casting a soft glow upon the rugged landscape. The contours of the mountains nearby mirror the lines of strain etched upon Atlas's visage, reflecting the weight he bears. Each star represents a story untold, a life lived in quiet resilience, echoing the silent struggles of countless souls throughout history. The air is thick with the scent of ancient stone, a testament to the enduring nature of this punishment. Every inhalation carries the whispers of those who have come before, their voices mingling with the winds that swirl around him. Time flows differently here. It is both swift and stagnant, encapsulating the essence of enduring hardship. In the shadows cast by this celestial burden, one can sense the profound connection between the earth and the skies above, a reminder of the delicate balance that governs existence. The weight symbolizes not just punishment, but also the strength found in perseverance amidst adversity. A connection exists between Atlas and the 12 labors of Heracles, illustrating profound themes of strength and endurance. Each labor represents a unique challenge, demanding not only physical prowess but also mental fortitude. It is within this context that Atlas's role becomes significant, as he embodies the burden of eternal struggle while simultaneously serving as a reminder of the trials faced by Heracles. The first labor, the Nemean lion, sets the tone for what is to come. This mythical creature, impervious to weapons, reflects the indomitable spirit that both figures must confront. As Heracles grapples with his formidable opponent, Atlas stands as a silent witness, representing the unseen forces of fate and destiny. Subsequent labors unfold with equal intensity. The capture of the golden hind reveals the delicacy of balance between strength and subtlety. The capturing of the Erymanthian boar further emphasizes the necessity of strategy in overcoming obstacles. Each challenge serves to illuminate different facets of resilience, mirroring the weight Atlas bears upon his shoulders. The exploration of these themes extends beyond mere myth, resonating with the struggles inherent in human existence. Through the lens of ancient civilization, the narratives of Atlas and Heracles intertwine, presenting a timeless examination of the human condition against the backdrop of eternal challenges. The geography surrounding Atlas serves as a silent witness to the passage of time, marked by rugged mountains and vast stretches of water. This region bore witness to ancient cartographers who sought to document the known world. Their efforts reflected in intricate maps that defined boundaries and navigated the unknown. The towering peaks attributed to Atlas stand as both literal and metaphorical barriers, shaping the lives of those who lived in their shadows. Mountains not only influenced the climate and ecology, but also determined trade routes and cultural exchanges. These peaks facilitated isolation for certain communities, while fostering connection for others. creating a mosaic of diverse civilizations. Valleys cradled fertile lands, supporting agriculture and sustaining populations, while the surrounding seas provided resources and avenues for exploration. The winds that swept through this landscape carried more than just whispers of the past. They also transported ideas and innovations. This delicate interplay of geography and human endeavor reveals how terrain shaped narratives, with Atlas embodying the weight of these collective histories. Navigating this ancient world required not only knowledge of the land, but also an understanding of the forces that governed it. These elements combined to create a complex web of existence, intricately woven into the fabric of civilization. Atlas embodies the essence of endurance, a symbol revered across various cultures. In ancient Greece, he is often depicted bearing the weight of the heavens, a portrayal reflecting both strength and burden. This representation transcends mere physicality, signifying the resilience inherent in the human spirit. In many interpretations, he is viewed not solely as a titan, but as a guardian of knowledge, holding the celestial spheres as a testament to wisdom and perseverance. This region fostered tales where Atlas's struggles resonate deeply. In Roman mythology, his narrative evolved, blending with different ideals of endurance and fortitude. The mythos surrounding him became a metaphor for the challenges faced by individuals and societies, illustrating the universal human experience of bearing one's responsibilities. Artistic renditions from various epochs depict Atlas in varying forms, often highlighting his muscular physique, yet also capturing the weariness in his expression. These portrayals serve as a reminder of the duality of strength and vulnerability. In some cultures, he represents not just physical endurance, but also the moral fortitude required to overcome adversity. The enduring legacy of Atlas continues to inspire modern interpretations, where resilience in the face of hardship remains a central theme. His story, steeped in the ancient, invokes reflection on the nature of human struggle and the quiet strength that lies within. Wind deities have held a significant presence in numerous ancient civilizations, embodying both the chaotic and nurturing aspects of nature. These entities were often revered and feared, recognized for their capacity to bring both destruction and life. In Mesopotamia, the god Enlil, considered the lord of the wind, wielded immense power over the storms that could devastate crops or facilitate their growth. This duality shaped the agricultural practices and spiritual beliefs of the region. Welb, in ancient Egypt, the winds were thought to be manifestations of the god Ammon, who, through his breath, brought forth creation and renewal. The steady, life-giving winds of the Nile were credited to these divine forces, reminding the populace of the connection between nature and their daily existence. Similarly, in Greece, Aeolus served as the keeper of the winds, possessing the ability to unleash tempests or grant favorable breezes for seafarers. His role highlighted the dependence on these elemental forces for trade and exploration, showcasing the intricate relationship between humanity and the environment. Across the Pacific, Polynesian cultures revered gods like Taiaroa, whose influence over the winds shaped navigation and survival. Each civilization crafted narratives around these deities, illustrating a profound understanding of the natural world's rhythms and the reverence it commanded within their societies. Boreas, Notus, Aroas, Notus, Arutrus, and Zephyrus represent the elemental forces that shaped existence in ancient cultures. Boreas, the north wind, was often envisioned as a fierce, chilling presence, heralding the onset of winter. This wind brought with it the biting cold and snow, prompting communities to adapt their agricultural practices and prepare for the harsh months ahead. Its significance was encapsulated in countless myths, where it was depicted as both a bringer of destruction and a necessary force for renewal. Notus, the south wind, swept in warmth and moisture, often associated with the summer storms that nourished the earth. Cultivators relied on its arrival, allowing them to anticipate the growing season. This wind was considered vital in sustaining life, and its dual nature as both a nurturing and tempestuous force wove it into the fabric of local law. Eurus, the Falars, the east wind, was seen as a harbinger of change, often linked with the dawn. It signified new beginnings and opportunities. Communities looked to Eurus for guidance, interpreting its gusts as signs of forthcoming events. Zephyrus, the west wind, brought gentle breezes that signified the transition from day to night. It was seen as a compassionate force, soothing the earth after the heat of the day. These winds, each with their unique characteristics, shaped not only the environment, but also the very essence of civilization itself. The essence of civilization finds a parallel in the figure of Aeolus, the keeper of the winds in mythology. This entity, often depicted as a wise and powerful overseer, governed the tempestuous forces that influenced both nature and human endeavors. His dominion encompassed the gentle zephyrs that caressed the coastlines, as well as the fierce gales that could uproot trees and dismantle structures. Such duality exemplifies the delicate balance inherent within the elemental forces. Aeolus resided on a secluded island, isolated from the chaos of the world. This sanctuary allowed a unique relationship between him and the winds, providing an environment for contemplation and command. In mythology, he would release these winds selectively, unleashing them upon sailors and travelers, sometimes as a gesture of goodwill, other times as a means of punishment. This unpredictability served as a reminder of nature's capriciousness. The cultural significance of Aeolus extended beyond mere tales. Poets and scholars reflected on his influence, contemplating humanity's vulnerability in the face of overwhelming natural forces. The reverence for this figure emphasized a deep understanding of the environment, instilling a sense of respect for the unseen elements shaping existence. Through these narratives, the winds became not merely atmospheric phenomena, but symbols of fate and divine intervention, intricately woven into the fabric of life. The influence of winds on ancient maritime cultures shaped not only their navigation practices, but also their myths and everyday lives. In coastal regions, the prevailing winds dictated the rhythm of seafaring activities, determining when voyages could commence and when vessels must return. These forces fostered a deep understanding of nature, prompting sailors to develop intricate knowledge of wind patterns and seasonal changes. This knowledge extended beyond the practical. Many cultures personified the winds, attributing to them emotions and intentions. In some traditions, they were seen as messengers of the gods, carrying prayers and offerings across vast oceans. The Greeks, for instance, named the cardinal winds, each associated with a distinct deity and mythological narrative. Trade routes flourished under the guidance of these winds, connecting distant lands and fostering cultural exchanges. Merchants relied on favorable currents to transport goods, leading to the prosperity of coastal cities. The mastery of wind harnessed not only the power of the sea but also the ambitions of human endeavor. In this way, the interplay between humans and the winds transcended mere survival. It became a defining aspect of identity, shaping the stories and legacies of civilizations. The winds whispered through the ages, leaving an indelible mark on the cultures that revered and respected their power. Naslos, a titan in ancient mythology, became synonymous with the celestial sphere, embodying the very heavens that inspired awe and contemplation. This region of thought flourished in ancient Greece, where scholars sought to understand the cosmos. The celestial sphere served as a symbolic representation of the universe, illustrating the stars, planets, and constellations that adorned the night sky. Philosophers and astronomers postulated that the heavens were not merely chaotic but structured, governed by celestial laws. They developed models to explain the movements of celestial bodies, attributing them to divine entities. The alignment of the stars was viewed as a reflection of the divine order, guiding both agricultural practices and navigation. In the bustling agora, discussions about the celestial sphere unfolded, blending observation with philosophy. Seers and astronomers meticulously recorded the positions of stars, bringing forth a wealth of knowledge that would echo through centuries. The pursuit of understanding reached its zenith during this era, as scholars like Ptolemy and Hipparchus expanded upon earlier concepts, mapping the skies with unprecedented precision. The legacy of these ancient observations stretches far beyond their time, laying the groundwork for future explorations into the cosmos. The quiet contemplation of Atlas, holding the heavens aloft, symbolizes humanity's enduring quest to comprehend the universe's vastness and intricacies. The astrological significance of Atlas emerges from his steadfast burden, representing the weight of celestial knowledge. In astrology, this figure is often linked to the zodiac, embodying the connection between the earthly and the cosmic. Each sign, associated with specific traits and influences, mirrors the burdens carried by Atlas. This relationship illustrates humanity's desire to understand personal destinies through the heavens. The 12 signs, like constellations, serve as guides, suggesting that the celestial bodies influence human affairs. This region of the sky, filled with stars and planets, becomes a canvas upon which personal narratives are painted. The influence of the cosmos extends to the traits assigned to each sign, reflecting the qualities that individuals might embody. Astrologers often analyze these patterns, interpreting the positions of celestial bodies at the time of one's birth as a map of potential paths and challenges. Such interpretations stem from the belief that the energy emitted by these distant forces shapes experiences and outcomes. The study of astrology allows for a profound exploration of identity and purpose, drawing connections between the microcosm of individual lives and the macrocosm of the universe. Through this lens, Atlas stands not just as a figure of strength, but as a reminder of the intricate ties between humanity and the cosmos. When so, geography has long been intertwined with the legacy of Atlas, shaping perceptions of the world and its inhabitants. Ancient scholars often depicted him as the personification of the earth itself, a titan whose shoulders bore the weight of terrestrial knowledge. This association fostered a deep reverence for the natural world, encouraging exploration and understanding of the landscapes that cradled early civilizations. In ancient Greece, geographic knowledge was essential for navigation and agriculture. Maps and descriptions of territories were attributed to the guidance of Atlas, whose mythical existence lent authority to the understanding of landforms and climate. Scholars like Ptolemy drew inspiration from this figure, integrating mythological concepts with empirical observations to create comprehensive models of the known world. The portrayal of Atlas as a celestial cartographer further expanded these ideas. He became emblematic of the heavens, mapping the stars and their influences on earthly affairs. Such connections highlight the ancient belief in an interconnected universe where the movements of celestial bodies informed agricultural cycles and seasonal changes. Over time, the symbolic representation of Atlas evolved, yet the foundational connection between geography and this titan remains significant. It underscores humanity's quest for knowledge, illustrating how ancient civilizations sought to comprehend their place within the vast, intricate web of existence. Interpretations of Atlas transitioned significantly within Roman mythology. Originally a titan in Greek lore, known for bearing the weight of the heavens, Roman adaptations presented him as a symbolic figure burdened with the world's geography. This shift emphasized the importance of navigation and understanding the earth, aligning with the Roman emphasis on expansion and dominion. In these adaptations, Atlas became intricately associated with celestial maps and the art of cartography. The image of him holding a globe often emerged, representing not just physical strength but also intellectual mastery over the known world. Sculptures and mosaics echoed this transformation, capturing him in various poses that highlighted both his physical form and the elaborate details of the globe he supported. Legends surrounding Atlas also evolved, merging with the narratives of Hercules. The 12 Labors incorporated his story, depicting Hercules requesting Atlas to hold the heavens temporarily, showcasing a blend of strength and cleverness. This interaction illuminated the Romans' admiration for virtues like resilience and resourcefulness. In literature, poets such as Ovid and Virgil contributed to his legacy, weaving tales that underscored the duality of his nature, an embodiment of both burden and knowledge. These representations reflected the Romans' desire to connect their identity to the grandeur of earlier civilizations, while shaping their own narrative within the continuum of history. The enduring figure of Atlas has woven through the fabric of literature, inspiring countless works from antiquity to modernity. This ancient titan, burdened with the weight of the heavens, became a symbol of endurance and resilience. In Greek mythology, his story served as a reminder of the consequences of defiance against the divine order, crafting an archetype that authors would revisit through the ages. Classical poets and playwrights employed Atlas to explore themes of strength in adversity. His presence in texts like those of Homer and Hesiod provided a foundation for later interpretations. The Renaissance ignited a renewed interest in classical mythology, and Atlas emerged once more, often depicted in art and literature as a figure of knowledge and wisdom, representing the weight of human understanding. In the modern era, literary giants such as John Milton and even contemporary authors have invoked Atlas to signify the burden of knowledge and the struggles of the human condition. The weight he carries transcends mere physicality, embodying the emotional and intellectual challenges faced by humanity. This legacy has influenced various narratives, from philosophical discourses to epic tales, illustrating the complexities of existence. Across cultures and epics, the legacy of Atlas remains a profound reminder of human perseverance in the face of overwhelming odds. Each retelling adds layers, ensuring the Titan's relevance endures. The prominence of Atlas during the Renaissance reflects a cultural shift towards humanism and a renewed fascination with classical themes. Artists and thinkers sought to explore the human condition through the lens of mythology, and this iconic figure became a symbol of strength and endurance. Many renowned artists, including Giorgio Vasari and Michelangelo, captured the essence of Atlas, intertwining his image with the ideals of resilience and responsibility. In various works, the Titan's burden often represents the weight of knowledge and the pursuit of enlightenment. This period witnessed a resurgence in the appreciation of ancient texts, prompting a re-evaluation of figures like Atlas as embodiments of human struggle against the constraints of existence. Artistic interpretations frequently depicted him in dramatic poses, emphasizing the tension between strength and vulnerability. This fascination extended beyond visual art into literature and philosophy, where the metaphor of Atlas served as an analogy for the human experience. Scholars employed his story to discuss the balance of power and responsibility within society, drawing parallels to contemporary challenges. The enduring image of Atlas as a figure who bears the heavens allowed for a deeper exploration of humanity's quest for understanding and meaning, underscoring the interconnectedness of these ideas across various domains of Renaissance thought. Winds in ancient literature often serve as potent metaphors, embodying change, uncertainty, and the unseen forces that shape human experience. They evoke a sense of movement, both physical and emotional, reflecting the tumultuous nature of existence. In this context, the winds can be seen as agents of fate, guiding characters along paths fraught with challenges and revelations. The invocation of such forces creates a narrative landscape where the unpredictable elements of life engage with the human condition. In various texts, these winds may symbolize divine intervention or the capriciousness of nature, influencing events beyond mortal control. The imagery associated with winds conjures feelings of freedom and constraint, as well as the duality of destruction and renewal. Such themes resonate deeply within the frameworks of myth and philosophy, establishing a dialogue between humanity and the cosmos. The ancient Greeks, for instance, personified winds through deities, each representing distinct qualities that affected both nature and human affairs. In literature, these characters frequently manifest in tales that explore human endeavors against larger, uncontrollable forces. The winds thus become a reflection of internal struggles, aspirations, and the existential questions that haunt humanity throughout time. As these metaphors unfold, they illustrate the intricate relationship between human agency and the vast, unpredictable world that surrounds them. The burden of Atlas extends beyond mere mythology, inviting philosophical reflections on duty, perseverance, and the limits of strength. This titan embodies the struggle inherent in human existence, illustrating the weight of responsibilities carried by individuals throughout history. The image of Atlas, straining beneath the celestial sphere, serves as a poignant metaphor for the pressures faced by humanity as it navigates the complexities of life. In various interpretations, it symbolizes the duality of existence, strength juxtaposed with vulnerability. The act of holding up the heavens can be seen as a representation of the existential dilemmas that challenge the human condition. This region of thought examines how one's choices and actions ripple through the fabric of reality, resonating over time. Philosophers have often pondered the implications of such burdens. They question whether endurance is a virtue or a necessity, exploring the fine line between personal ambition and the weight of societal expectations. These reflections evoke a sense of empathy towards those who labor under the weight of their own ambitions, illuminating the struggle shared by all who seek to carve their place in a vast, indifferent universe. Such contemplations reveal the enduring relevance of Atlas's myth, offering insights into the enduring challenges that define human experience. The Titan stands not merely as a figure of strength, but as a profound symbol of resilience and introspection. The influence of Atlas on cartography is profound, echoing through the ages. Early representations of the world were rudimentary, often depicting landforms in simplistic shapes, influenced by the limited knowledge of the time. Those who ventured into the unknown sought guidance from celestial bodies, anchoring their maps in the stars. This practice laid the groundwork for the later development of more intricate designs. As civilizations advanced, the need for precise navigation became paramount. The Greeks, building upon earlier traditions, began to create detailed maps, each reflecting their understanding of geography. Cartographers of antiquity found inspiration in the figure of Atlas, employing his image as a symbol of the world, a reminder of the immense weight of knowledge that lay upon humanity. These visual representations began to incorporate not only geographical features, but also cultural landmarks, enriching the experience of exploration. The Renaissance marked a pivotal moment in cartographic history. Advances in technology allowed for the production of maps that were not only functional, but also aesthetically pleasing. The legacy of Atlas persisted, influencing the way cartographers presented their work. His essence could be felt in the careful delineation of coastlines and the meticulous labeling of regions, a testament to humanity's quest for understanding the vastness of the Earth. This connection continues to resonate in contemporary mapping practices, where the spirit of exploration remains ever present. Ancient perspectives on globalization reveal a complex understanding of interconnectedness that transcended geographic boundaries. The figure of Atlas embodies not only the weight of the world, but also the exchange of knowledge, goods, and ideas across vast distances. In this region, traders and travelers facilitated the movement of commodities, fostering relationships that linked distant cultures. These interactions contributed to a richer tapestry of human experience, as societies shared culinary practices, artistic expressions, and technological innovations. The Mediterranean, serving as a vital conduit, witnessed the flourishing of maritime trade routes. Ships laden with precious cargo traversed the waters, connecting civilizations from the shores of North Africa to the bustling ports of Europe and Asia. This exchange was not merely economic, it was also an intellectual dialogue, where philosophies and beliefs were transmitted alongside material wealth. The legacy of Atlas extends to the way ancient peoples perceived their place in the world. They understood that their lives were intricately woven into a broader narrative, where collaboration and mutual influence were paramount. The ebb and flow of these connections fostered a sense of unity, despite the physical distances that separated them. The enduring impact of these early interactions laid the groundwork for the globalization that continues to shape human civilization today, echoing the timeless essence of Atlas's burden. The role of winds in agriculture revealed a profound connection between early civilizations and their environments. In various regions, these forces were not merely meteorological phenomena, but were woven into the very fabric of agricultural practices. Farmers recognized distinct winds, associating them with the cycles of planting and harvesting. Local lore often suggested that certain breezes brought fertility or drought, shaping the decisions made in the fields. This understanding was not only practical, but also steeped in spirituality. Many cultures revered the winds as deities or spirits, believing that appeasing these forces could lead to bountiful yields. Rituals and offerings were common, aimed at securing favorable weather conditions. This reverence fostered a sense of harmony between humanity and nature, underscoring the intricate balance necessary for survival. The cultivation of staple crops such as wheat and barley often relied on the predictable patterns of seasonal winds. These patterns influenced irrigation practices and the timing of sowing, as farmers sought to harness the wind's power. In some cases, the winds were observed to carry seeds across vast distances, facilitating the spread of agriculture across diverse landscapes. As civilizations progressed, the accumulated wisdom surrounding these natural forces evolved. Ancient texts and agricultural manuals began to document the relationship between winds and crop productivity, creating a legacy that would inform future generations in their quest for sustenance and growth. This intricate relationship extended beyond agriculture, influencing various aspects of life in ancient cultures. Atlas, often depicted bearing the heavens, became emblematic of the interplay between the celestial and terrestrial. Weather patterns dictated the rhythms of daily existence, shaping not only farming practices but also trade routes and settlement locations. Coastal civilizations relied heavily on reliable winds for navigation, while mountainous regions faced distinct climatic challenges. The observations collected over generations allowed these societies to forge a deeper understanding of their environments. Seasonal changes dictated festivals and rituals, honoring deities believed to control the elements. In many cultures, the presence of Atlas represented stability amid the chaos of shifting weather, a figure whose strength mirrored the resilience of those who depended on the land. Some unities gathered to share knowledge about prevailing winds, storms, and droughts, creating a collective wisdom that guided their agricultural and economic decisions. This exchange of information enhanced their adaptability to the whims of nature, fostering a sense of unity as they faced shared challenges. The lore surrounding Atlas and his connection to the weather became interwoven with their identity, reinforcing the significance of harmony between humanity and the forces that governed their world. The legacy of these ancient understandings continues to resonate, the Sigotus and Thinus, influencing contemporary perspectives on environmental stewardship. The symbolism of the globe finds its roots in the figure of Atlas, who embodies the weight of the world upon his shoulders. This representation transcends mere myth, intertwining with humanity's quest to understand the Earth and its myriad complexities. The globe serves as a tangible manifestation of the planet, illustrating geographical knowledge and the interconnectedness of all life. Atlas, often depicted in classical art as a muscular figure straining under the burden of the celestial sphere, conveys not just physical strength but also the profound responsibility that comes with stewardship. This image captures the essence of human endeavor, where knowledge and power converge. The contours of the globe reveal landmasses and bodies of water, each curve narrating stories of ancient civilizations, trade routes, and the ebb and flow of cultures. In this context, the Earth becomes a living entity, a sphere of life that demands respect and understanding. The symbiotic relationship between humankind and the planet underscores the importance of balance. As societies evolve, so does the interpretation of Atlas's burden, reflecting shifts in values and priorities regarding the environment. The enduring figure of Atlas invites contemplation on the role of humanity within this vast, intricate system, urging a recognition of shared responsibility. In this light, the globe transforms into a powerful symbol of unity and care for the Earth. Our sailors have long turned to the mighty Atlas, seeking not only guidance but also solace in an unfamiliar expanse. This ancient figure, bearing the weight of the heavens, has become intertwined with tales of navigation and the sea. Mariners often revered him as a guardian, watching over their journeys across turbulent waters. The connection between Atlas and navigation is profound, rooted in the belief that his strength could influence the currents and winds that shaped their paths. In coastal towns, where the air is thick with the scent of salt and the sound of crashing waves, stories emerged around evening fires. These narratives portrayed Atlas not merely as a titan, but as a celestial compass, directing vessels safely to distant shores. The stars, often seen as his kin, whispered secrets of the night sky, providing navigational cues that guided sailors through treacherous waters. This relationship extended beyond mere myth, as practical knowledge about celestial navigation developed during voyages. The position of constellations became a map itself, with Atlas as a silent overseer, enduring the trials of time and tide. The reverence for these beliefs is reflected in ancient charts and logs, where the image of Atlas appears alongside the mysteries of the ocean, embodying the enduring human connection to the sea and the quest for exploration. The Titan's image has inspired countless poets, illuminating the struggles and triumphs of the human spirit. In the works of classical writers, references to Atlas often symbolize the weight of responsibility borne by individuals. This archetype resonates deeply within the literary tradition, where the burden of existence is explored through the lens of mythological figures. The poetic portrayal of Atlas serves as a profound metaphor for the challenges faced in life. Verses capture the essence of endurance, reflecting the trials that individuals endure in their journeys. This figure emerges not merely as a titan, but as an emblem of perseverance, embodying the universal experience of carrying one's burdens. Romantic poets, in particular, embraced the theme of Atlas, intertwining it with their reflections on nature and existence. Their verses evoke a sense of awe toward the cosmos, mirroring the Titan's celestial duty. The imagery often bridges earth and sky, underscoring the connection between humanity and the vastness above. Modern interpretations continue to echo these sentiments, placing Atlas in contemporary contexts. The Titan becomes a symbol of resilience amid societal pressures, reflecting the ongoing struggle against the weight of expectations. This enduring connection between Atlas and poetry illustrates the timeless relevance of ancient myths in articulating the complexities of the human condition. Cosmic order serves as a fundamental theme within the narrative surrounding Atlas. His role transcends mere endurance. Of I so punctué says durance. It embodies the balance that sustains the universe. This figure symbolizes the intricate interplay between chaos and harmony, evoking profound philosophical inquiries about existence. In various ancient texts, the cosmos is depicted as a vast, interconnected system where each element contributes to a greater whole. Otosueto's thought suggests that Atlas not only bears the celestial sphere, but also maintains the equilibrium that governs the stars and planets. His burden represents more than physical weight. It crystallizes the essence of responsibility inherent in the natural order. The steadfastness of this figure resonates across cultures, reinforcing the concept that harmony is achieved through balance. These ruins of ancient civilizations reveal a shared understanding of cosmic principles, where the divine and the terrestrial intertwine. Temples and monuments stand as testaments to early attempts to articulate the mysteries of existence. The celestial bodies, immortalized in various forms of art, convey an everlasting dialogue between humanity and the cosmos. In exploring these themes, the narratives surrounding Atlas encourage reflection on the interconnectedness of all things, emphasizing that within the vastness of the universe, there exists a fragile yet persistent order, quietly shaping the destinies of both gods and mortals alike. Cultural interpretations of the winds reveal a rich tapestry of personification, embodying the forces that shape human experience. In ancient Greece, the Anemoi, or wind gods, each represented a cardinal direction, weaving their presence into the daily lives of the people. Boreas, the cold north wind, symbolized harsh winters, while Zephyrus, the gentle west wind, brought the promise of spring. These figures were not simply abstract concepts. They were invoked in rituals seeking favor and protection. In contrast, the indigenous peoples of North America viewed winds as spirits, guiding the weather and influencing the natural world. Respectful ceremonies often accompanied their acknowledgement, recognizing the winds as vital forces, intertwined with life itself. This reverence reflects a deep understanding of the elemental connection between human beings and the environment. Across Asia, the winds were similarly revered. In Chinese cosmology, they were linked to the concept of qi, the life force that flows through all living things. This belief underscored a harmonious balance between humanity and nature, with winds serving as vital carriers of energy. These interpretations underscore a shared human experience, an acknowledgement of unseen forces that shape existence. As varied as they may be, the winds remain a constant thread, reminding civilizations of their reliance on the unseen currents of life that flow through their narratives. Atlas's enduring presence extends into the realms beneath the earth, where connections to Hades and various chthonic myths reveal rich layers of ancient belief. This figure, often depicted as bearing the weight of the heavens, simultaneously resonates with themes of burden and endurance found in the underworld's narratives. In the depths of this shadowy domain, the line between life and death blurs, intertwining the fates of the living with those who have passed. The mythological Atlas not only supports the celestial sphere, but also embodies the struggles faced in the darker recesses of existence. These connections manifest in tales of heroes navigating the underworld, seeking wisdom or redemption, often guided by the steadfastness that Atlas represents. Cultures throughout history have invoked these myths, crafting stories that speak to the cyclical nature of existence. The underworld serves as a reminder of the inevitability of mortality, while Atlas symbolizes the resilience required to confront it. Ancient societies revered the forces that governed both the heavens and the earth, understanding the delicate balance between them. The myths surrounding Atlas, intertwined with chthonic themes, evoke a sense of continuity, suggesting that the lessons drawn from these ancient narratives resonate across time. This interplay between light and darkness reflects the complexity of human experience, ever influenced by the silent currents of fate. The role of Atlas in various creation myths highlights the significance of endurance and strength across cultures. In Greek mythology, he stands as a titan condemned to support the heavens, embodying the weight of the cosmos. This burden symbolizes the struggle against chaos of tuish spes, suggesting that stability emerges through great sacrifice. Within the Berber traditions of North Africa, Atlas is revered as a guardian of the earth, a figure who shapes the mountains and valleys. This connection to the land emphasizes a relationship between humanity and nature, suggesting that creation is not merely an act, but a continuous dialogue between the elements and those who inhabit. In contrast, some interpretations view Atlas as a symbol of knowledge, representing the navigation of life's challenges. The act of holding up the sky becomes a metaphor for wisdom, where he embodies the understanding of both physical and metaphysical realms. These varying depictions reveal how different societies have interpreted the concept of burden and responsibility. They illustrate the universal theme of striving against adversity, while also fostering a sense of interconnectedness among all beings. Through these narratives, the figure of Atlas emerges not just as a solitary entity, but as a vital force in the grand design of existence, reflecting the shared struggles that define the human condition. The influence of Atlas extends beyond myth, permeating the realms of architecture and sculpture. This iconic figure has inspired countless creations, embodying strength and endurance. In ancient Greek temples, representations of him served as pillars of support, symbolizing the weight of the world and the burden of civilization. These structures often featured elaborately carved figures, their muscular forms conveying both physical prowess and a deeper philosophical significance. In the Renaissance, artists revisited Atlas, incorporating him into their works with renewed vigor. Sculptures depicted him with a globe, illustrating not just the literal burden he bore, but also humanity's quest for knowledge and mastery over the earth. This imagery resonated in public squares, where statues became focal points, drawing the gaze of passers-by and inviting contemplation on the nature of strength and responsibility. The influence of Atlas can also be observed in modern architecture, where his image adorns buildings as a reminder of the enduring human spirit. Towers and facades feature his likeness, embodying resilience against the passage of time. The symbolism of Atlas, as both a guardian and a reminder of the collective human effort, persists in contemporary design, reflecting the ongoing dialogue between myth and modernity. This connection underscores the timelessness of his narrative, echoing through the ages. Interactions with other mythological figures reveal the complex dimensions of Atlas's identity. Within Greek mythology, he is frequently juxtaposed with figures such as Heracles, Aglaïs, Lothor, whose legendary encounters with Atlas highlight the interplay of strength and burden. In one notable episode, they meet at the edge of the world, where Atlas temporarily relinquishes his celestial duty to assist Heracles. This moment signifies not only a physical exchange, but also a thematic exploration of responsibility and sacrifice. The presence of Atlas is also felt among the Titans, his original kin, who embody primordial forces. Their narratives often intertwine, as they share a collective history of rebellion against the Olympian gods. In contrast, Atlas stands as a symbol of endurance, burdening the heavens while his brethren face their own fates. This isolation within his role accentuates the gravity of his existence. Variations in interpretation emerge when Atlas interacts with deities such as Athena, where wisdom and strength converge. This relationship reflects the balance between intellect and physical power, suggesting that Atlas's endurance is not merely a burden, but a testament to resilience. These associations illustrate a rich web of connections, emphasizing how Atlas's story is shaped by the figures surrounding him. The complexities of these interactions deepen the understanding of his character and the shared themes within the ancient mythological landscape. Rituals surrounding the winds reveal their significance in ancient religious practices. Cultures often personified these forces, attributing distinct characteristics to different winds. In various regions, they served as both messengers and agents of change, believed to carry the words of deities or herald significant events. This connection fostered a deep reverence, leading to ceremonies designed to appease or invoke the winds. In certain traditions, offerings were made to ensure favorable breezes during crucial agricultural periods. Grains and libations were presented at altars as symbols of gratitude and requests for sustenance. This act reinforced the relationship between the people and their environment, encapsulating the belief that the winds held the power to influence prosperity and fertility. Various texts describe the rituals performed at specific times of the year, aligning with celestial events to honor the winds. Dancers adorned in elaborate costumes would embody these forces, representing the unseen energies believed to govern the natural world. These practices fostered communal bonds, uniting people under shared beliefs and experiences. The importance of winds extended into navigation, guiding mariners across vast oceans. They sought favor from the wind deities, offering tokens of respect to ensure safe passage. Through these myriad practices, the winds remained a constant presence, shaping daily life and spiritual understanding in ancient societies. Atlas embodies a unique facet of ancient heroism, representing both strength and burden. This figure, often depicted as bearing the celestial sphere upon his shoulders, encapsulates the weight of responsibility that ancient civilizations attributed to their heroes. His mythological narrative intertwines with the natural world, reflecting the profound connection between mankind and the elements. The legends surrounding him reveal a profound understanding of the cosmos, illustrating how ancient peoples perceived their place within the universe. This region's inhabitants viewed Atlas not merely as a titan, but as a symbol of endurance against overwhelming odds. The stories of his struggles and trials resonated deeply, offering both inspiration and caution regarding the limits of human ambition. In the context of ancient heroism, this character stood apart. While many heroes engaged in quests for glory and honor, Atlas represented the often overlooked burden of duty. The weight he bore was both physical and metaphysical, a reminder of the responsibilities that come with greatness. These narratives served not only to entertain but also to impart crucial lessons about humility, sacrifice, and the delicate balance of nature's forces. In examining the legacy of Atlas, it becomes evident that his story transcended mere mythology, serving as a mirror for the virtues and vulnerabilities of humanity. Through his enduring image, the complexities of heroism remain etched into the fabric of ancient thought. Mountains and oceans shaped the very essence of Atlas's myth, reflecting the realms he governed. His role as the Titan tasked with holding up the heavens resonates with the towering peaks that define the landscape of this region. Each summit, majestic and imposing, mirrors the weight of the celestial sphere resting upon his shoulders. The rugged terrain symbolizes strength and endurance, reinforcing the notion of an unwavering guardian amidst the vastness of nature. Oceans, too, play a crucial role in this narrative. They stretch endlessly, embodying the unknown and the depths of human exploration. Their waves, relentless and powerful, echo the struggle between chaos and order, much like the trials faced by Atlas. The interplay between land and sea serves as a reminder of the balance that exists within the world. This duality elevates the myth of us, intertwining the Titan's fate with the very elements of existence. Unapiltral interpretations vary, yet the geography remains a constant backdrop. Each mountain range and body of water has inspired countless tales, embodying the challenges and victories that define civilizations. In this quiet interplay of myth and landscape, the story of Atlas transcends time, inviting contemplation of the forces that shape both the earth and the human spirit. The golden apples of the Hesperides emerge from the depths of mythology, closely intertwined with the figure of Atlas. Tasked with holding up the heavens, this Titan found himself at the center of a quest that would test the limits of endurance and resolve. The apples, said to grant immortality, grew in a secret garden protected by fierce dragons and the nymphs known as the Hesperides. These fruits carried immense significance, symbolizing beauty and the elusive nature of desire. In his role, Atlas served both as a guardian and an unwitting participant in the unfolding narrative. The hero Heracles, tasked with retrieving these golden treasures, approached Atlas for assistance. A moment of negotiation ensued, where Atlas agreed to fetch the apples, allowing Heracles to hold the weight of the heavens in his stead. This exchange illustrates the heavy burden borne by Atlas, a constant reminder of his eternal duty. The garden, bathed in a golden glow, was a sanctuary untouched by time, where nature flourished in harmonious isolation. The delicate balance between ambition and responsibility is captured in this tale, revealing the complex relationship between the Titan and the fruits of desire. Each apple, shimmering with the promise of eternity, echoes the themes of sacrifice and the pursuit of greatness. Resonating through the ages, the intertwined themes of fate and free will emerge vividly within the narrative of Atlas. This figure, burdened with the weight of the heavens, embodies the human struggle against predetermined paths. His eternal task evokes contemplation on the nature of choice and consequence, illustrating how individuals grapple with their destinies amidst overwhelming forces. In this region, the ancient stories suggest that while the cosmos operates under a grand design, personal agency still plays a crucial role in shaping outcomes. Atlas, though condemned to an unending duty, represents the resilience of the human spirit, the constant striving for autonomy in the face of insurmountable odds. The image of this titan, shoulders bent under celestial spheres, serves as a reminder that existence is a delicate balance between acceptance and rebellion. These ruins hint at the philosophical dialogues once inspired by his plight. Scholars and seekers pondered the extent to which they could influence their fates, often returning to the figure of Atlas as a source of inspiration. The eternal struggle, depicted through his labor, reflects a universal quest for meaning and purpose. The journey through life reveals profound truths about the human condition, where each decision ripples through time, offering insights into the nature of existence itself. In this ongoing exploration, Atlas stands as a symbol of both burden and hope. Winds in mythology often serve as agents of change and transformation, shaping destinies and influencing the course of human events. In various cultures, these forces are personified, embodying both benevolence and wrath. They are considered messengers of the gods, carrying tidings that can alter the fabric of existence. In ancient Greece, the anemoi, or wind gods, each represented different directions and seasons, their distinct characteristics influencing weather patterns and agricultural cycles. Boreas, the north wind, was associated with the harshness of winter, while Zephyrus, the gentle west wind, brought the warmth of spring. Such dualities reflect a complex relationship with nature, where winds could both nurture and devastate. This region's ancient civilizations recognized the transformative power of these gales, attributing great significance to their presence. They understood that winds could carry ships to distant shores, heralding new beginnings, or bring storms that would erase entire settlements from the map. Legends often depict heroes undertaking quests that required the favor or guidance of these winds. Through their trials, they would emerge transformed, embodying the lessons imparted by the very forces of nature that had initially seemed uncontrollable. The winds thus symbolize the ever-present potential for change, a reminder of the delicate balance between destruction and renewal in the human experience. Atlas has evolved into a multifaceted figure within modern popular culture, serving as an archetype for themes of burden and perseverance. Depictions vary widely, encompassing both literal interpretations and metaphorical representations. In films, visual effects breathe life into this titan, often illustrating his immense strength alongside the struggles he endures. These portrayals resonate with audiences, reflecting contemporary society's grappling with its own trials and tribulations. Literature has also embraced Atlas, presenting him as a symbol of existential weight. Authors frequently draw upon his image to explore the burdens of responsibility and the quest for meaning. In these narratives, his story becomes a lens through which readers can examine their own lives, elevating a mythological figure to an emblem of human resilience amidst adversity. The art world, too, has not shied away from engaging with Atlas. Interpretations range from classical sculptures to modern installations, each capturing the essence of his plight. These representations invite contemplation on the interplay of strength and vulnerability, echoing the timeless themes inherent in his mythos. In video games, Atlas often appears as a character embodying the struggle against overwhelming odds. This medium allows for interactive experiences, inviting players to engage with the weight of responsibility firsthand. Through these various forms, Atlas remains a poignant reminder of the enduring human spirit in the face of life's relentless challenges. Flags and emblems often encapsulate the essence of their subjects within a compact visual language. Atlas, in this context, emerges as a powerful symbol, embodying strength, resilience, and the weight of responsibility. Many nations have adopted imagery inspired by this figure, seeking to convey their own ideals of perseverance and fortitude. In various heraldic designs, the depiction of Atlas cradling the globe signifies not merely the burden of the world, but also the aspiration to uphold civility and progress. These representations vary widely across cultures, shaped by unique historical narratives and values. In some instances, Atlas is portrayed in a more anthropomorphic manner, illustrating the human connection to the earth and its struggles. In other designs, the imagery is more abstract, utilizing geometric shapes to evoke the themes of balance and support. The use of Atlas in flags often coincides with significant historical moments. For example, during periods of upheaval, nations may have embraced this symbolism to rally their people around a shared mission of endurance. The colors and motifs accompanying the image further enrich its meaning, invoking a sense of unity and collective strength. Each instance of Atlas in emblems serves as a reminder of the delicate interplay between individual determination and the broader human experience. The use of Atlas in scientific literature illustrates a fascinating convergence of myth and empirical exploration. This figure, once a titan burdened with the heavens, has been transformed into a symbol of knowledge and understanding across various disciplines. In cartography, the term atlas denotes a collection of maps, each page reflecting the world's geographical intricacies. These compilations serve as a bridge between the ancient narratives of the cosmos and the contemporary quest for spatial comprehension. In biology and anatomy, a different manifestation emerges. The term refers to the first cervical vertebra, named for its role in supporting the skull, much like the Titan who supported the celestial sphere. This anatomical reference emphasizes the historical significance of mythological figures in naming conventions, blending the realms of medicine and mythology. In astronomy, the associations deepen further. Celestial atlases chart the stars, planets, and cosmic phenomena, reinforcing the enduring legacy of Atlas in the pursuit of knowledge. The enduring presence of this figure across various texts signifies humanity's quest to understand the universe and its mysteries. The interplay between these domains highlights an essential aspect of human cognition, where stories and symbols persist in shaping scientific inquiry. This connection fosters a sense of continuity, linking ancient wisdom with modern understanding through the figure of Atlas. The legacy of Atlas extends beyond mythology into the realm of environmental studies, where his representation as the bearer of the heavens serves as a poignant metaphor for humanity's relationship with nature. This region, once viewed through the lens of divine myth, now intersects with contemporary ecological concerns. As human activity increasingly influences natural systems, the image of Atlas grappling with the weight of the world reflects the burden that environmental degradation places upon modern society. In their efforts to understand the intricate balance of ecosystems, researchers draw inspiration from this ancient figure. The metaphor of Atlas symbolizes the responsibility borne by humanity in managing resources, and mitigating adverse impacts. Deforestation, climate change, and pollution are modern challenges that echo the struggles depicted in ancient tales. These realities necessitate a re-evaluation of how societies engage with their environments. The study of geographic patterns and the consequences of industrialization highlights the fragility of ecosystems and the delicate interplay of various forces. It emphasizes the need for sustainable practices, urging a return to principles that respect the interconnectedness of all living things. The enduring image of Atlas serves as a reminder of this responsibility, underscoring the importance of stewardship over the natural world, where each choice reverberates throughout the intricate web of life. Meteorology has undergone significant transformations throughout human history, evolving from ancient observations to sophisticated scientific methodologies. Early civilizations relied on natural signs, interpreting the behavior of animals, changes in vegetation, and celestial movements to forecast weather patterns. This region, rich in folklore, often attributed these phenomena to divine forces, reflecting the profound connection between humanity and nature. With the advent of the scientific revolution, the understanding of atmospheric phenomena began to shift. Pioneers of meteorology, such as Benjamin Franklin, introduced systematic observation and experimentation, laying the groundwork for more rigorous study. The introduction of the barometer in the 17th century marked a pivotal moment, allowing for the quantification of air pressure and its correlation with weather changes. These advancements enabled a more precise comprehension of atmospheric dynamics. The 19th century saw the establishment of national weather services, enhancing the ability to collect and analyze data. This period also brought about the invention of the telegraph, facilitating the rapid dissemination of weather information across vast distances. The integration of technology into meteorology continued into the 20th century, with the advent of radar and satellite systems. These developments have transformed forecasting into a science, allowing for increasingly accurate predictions. As understanding deepens, it becomes clear that meteorology is not merely a study of weather, but a reflection of the intricate interplay between human activity and natural forces. It underscores the ongoing need for vigilant stewardship of the planet. The development of geography has often intertwined with myth, with Atlas serving as a pivotal figure in this intersection. This titan, burdened with the weight of the heavens, symbolizes the human quest to understand the world. His image has inspired generations of explorers and cartographers, elevating him from mere legend to a cornerstone of geographical science. The very name Atlas has been bestowed upon maps and collections of knowledge, reflecting a profound respect for the pursuit of spatial understanding. Ancient scholars drew upon tales of this figure to frame their explorations, using mythology to explain the complexities of terrain and celestial bodies. Through these narratives, the essence of geography was not merely a science, but a dialogue between humanity and the cosmos. In the context of ancient civilizations, the representation of Atlas often illustrated a deeper comprehension of natural forces. It acknowledged the winds that shaped climates and the mountains that defined borders. Each cartographic endeavor, influenced by myth, revealed a growing sophistication in navigating the Earth's features. This integration of myth and science created a foundational perspective, shaping early theories of geography. As knowledge expanded, so did the understanding of how these elements interacted, encouraging a more profound inquiry into the relationships between humanity, the environment, and the celestial sphere surrounding them. Atlas's influence on navigational technologies is evident throughout history, reflecting humanity's evolving relationship with the seas. In ancient times, Mariners relied on rudimentary maps and stars to guide their journeys. The association with Atlas, often depicted holding up the heavens, served as a symbolic anchor for these early explorers. They sought a deeper comprehension of their surroundings, allowing navigation to transform from instinctual methods to more systematic approaches. The introduction of the astrolabe marked a significant milestone, enabling navigators to determine their latitude by measuring the position of celestial bodies. This innovation was influenced by the mythological figure as seafarers endeavored to map the skies, solidifying the connection between Atlas and the art of navigation. Over time, advancements such as the compass and improved cartography facilitated longer voyages, expanding the horizons of the known world. And by the Renaissance, this figure had become synonymous with exploration and discovery, inspiring navigators to venture into uncharted waters. The emergence of more precise navigational tools, including sextants and chronometers, ushered in an era where the oceans became pathways rather than barriers. After 10 barriers, while the Vishturns became pathways rather than barriers. In contemporary times, the legacy of Atlas persists in modern GPS technology. While the celestial connections may seem distant, the essence remains, a tribute to the enduring quest for knowledge and mastery over the elements that guide humanity across the ever-changing seas. The essence of Atlas extends beyond mere mythology, influencing foundational worldviews that shaped early cosmologies and philosophies. In ancient thought, this figure represented more than the physical act of holding the heavens. It embodied the relationship between humanity and the cosmos. This relationship was crucial in framing how cultures perceived their place within the universe. The very act of bearing the celestial sphere suggested a balance between the earthly and the divine, a notion that permeated various philosophical systems. This region, rich in intellectual inquiry, saw thinkers grapple with the implications of such a burden. They pondered existence, the nature of reality, and the forces influencing human fate. The overwhelming presence of Atlas inspired reflections on duty, strength, and the weight of responsibility, contributing to ethical considerations that guided conduct and governance. In philosophical discourse, Atlas became a symbol representing the interplay between free will and predetermined fate. The stars, once thought to dictate human affairs, were reinterpreted through the lens of individual agency, fostering a sense of empowerment. Various texts from this era reveal a deep-seated curiosity about the mechanisms of the universe, leading to advancements in mathematics, astronomy, and navigation. This pursuit of knowledge often intertwined with mythological figures, particularly Atlas, who held a prominent place in various African narratives. In these tales, he is frequently depicted as a titan or a strongman, embodying the strength of nature and the burden of the world. His shoulders are said to carry not only the heavens but also the hopes and struggles of humanity. This connection to the earth and sky reflects a profound understanding of the balance between human existence and the forces of nature. Local traditions often associate Atlas with the winds, attributing to him the ability to command them as he pleases. He is seen as both protector and challenger, representing the duality of nature's gifts and its potential for destruction. In some cultures, he is viewed as a guardian of knowledge, guiding seekers through the complexities of life and the cosmos. His stories serve as cautionary tales, reminding listeners of the responsibilities that accompany great power. Artistic renditions throughout the region depict Atlas in various forms, demonstrating his integral role in community life and belief systems. These representations are not merely decorative, they serve as conduits for cultural identity and continuity. In essence, Atlas transcends mere mythology, becoming a vital symbol of resilience and wisdom, echoing through generations. The concept of time intertwines itself with the figure of Atlas, embodying the perpetual cycles of existence. Celestial movements align with the strength attributed to him as the heavens shift and rotate above. Each star's position tells a story of endless cycles, reminiscent of the weight he bears. This region, where celestial bodies dance in their orbits, reflects the harmonious relationship between the terrestrial and the divine. Cycles of day and night, seasons changing seamlessly, echo the unwavering duty of Atlas. The sun rises and sets, casting light upon the earth, while he remains steadfast in his role, a silent observer of the cosmos. The moon waxes and wanes, symbolizing the passage of time, reminding those who gaze upwards of the fluidity inherent in existence. It is this rhythm that anchors civilizations to their beliefs and practices. Ancient societies recognized these celestial patterns. They built monuments aligned with the solstices, their very foundations rooted in the cycles Atlas represents. These ruins stand as testaments to a time when humanity sought to understand its place within the vast expanse. In observing the stars, they perceived not only guidance but also the weight of time itself, pressing down gently, as if Atlas were cradling the very fabric of reality with unwavering strength. The essence of Atlas intertwines deeply with the earth element, manifesting in the landscapes that stretch across this ancient world. Mountains rise majestically, their peaks cloaked in mist, as if cradled by the hands of the Titan himself. Valleys, lush and verdant, teem with life, embodying the nurturing aspect of nature. This region, rich in biodiversity, reflects the balance Atlas maintained between strength and gentleness. Rivers carve their paths through the land, winding like the serpentine forms of the winds that swirl around him. They mirror the flow of time, their currents a silent witness to the epochs that have come and gone. Each drop of water carries the stories of the earth, whispering secrets only the attentive can hear. Forests stand as sentinels, their ancient trees reaching skyward, roots delving deep into the soil. This connection to the ground anchors them in place, much like Atlas himself, holding firm against the forces of erosion and decay. Within these canopies, creatures find refuge, fostering ecosystems that flourish under the watchful eye of the Titan. With each passing season, the landscapes transform, embodying the cyclical nature of existence. The sun rises and sets, casting shadows that dance across the land, a reminder of the harmony that exists between Atlas and the earth. Each element, from stone to water, contributes to a profound unity. Feminist mythology offers a nuanced reinterpretation of Atlas, shifting the focus from mere burden-bearing to a symbol of resilience and empowerment. In this context, it is not merely the weight of the heavens that defines him, but rather his relationship with the earth and its inhabitants. This reimagining presents him as a figure who embodies the struggle against oppressive forces, resonating with contemporary themes of endurance and strength. These interpretations delve into the idea that Atlas can be viewed as a guardian, supporting not just the celestial sphere, but also the potential of women. In many narratives, he is seen not as a solitary figure, but as part of a collective that includes powerful female deities and mythical figures. This inclusion reflects a growing acknowledgement of the interconnectedness of gender roles throughout history. The visual representations of Atlas, often depicted alongside figures such as Gaia or other goddesses, emphasize this unity. They reframe his narrative as an ally, one who uplifts rather than solely bears the weight of the world. This perspective allows for a deeper exploration of themes related to identity, agency, and the shared human experience. In this way, Atlas transcends his original confines, becoming a symbol of collective strength and a testament to the enduring spirit of those who strive for equality. Art enduring fata reflect the complex interplay between natural forces and human experience. The wind, a powerful and invisible presence, has shaped countless myths across various civilizations. It is frequently portrayed as a messenger carrying whispers of the divine and serving as a conduit for communication between the mortal realm and the gods. In many traditions, this element embodies the breath of life, infusing vigor into the earth and fostering growth. Within these stories, the wind instills both fear and reverence. It is a harbinger of change, capable of uprooting the familiar and ushering in new beginnings. In some cultures, it is personified as a deity or spirit, governing the skies and guiding the fate of humanity. These representations often reveal insights into the values and beliefs held by those who revere it. In this region, ancient texts recount tales of heroic figures who harnessed the winds, navigating treacherous seas and overcoming insurmountable obstacles. These narratives articulate a profound relationship with nature, illustrating how the elemental forces shape not only landscapes, but also the human psyche. The intricate connections between the wind and mythos speak to a universal desire to understand the world, to find meaning amid the chaos of existence, and to seek harmony with the unseen forces that govern life. Atlas embodies strength and resilience, serving as a figure of endurance within ancient narratives. This titan, tasked with holding up the heavens, symbolizes the weight of responsibility that transcends time. His story reflects not only physical might, but also an emotional fortitude in the face of overwhelming challenges. In various tales, this character endures trials that test both body and spirit. The burden he carries becomes a metaphor for the struggles faced by individuals throughout history, resonating with those who grapple with their own adversities. Each story adds layers to his identity, transforming him into a source of inspiration for countless generations. This region, steeped in myth, illustrates how the figure of Atlas transcends mere legend. His resilience encourages communities to confront their own hardships, cultivating a sense of perseverance. The imagery associated with him often highlights the natural world, revealing the intertwining of human experience and the elemental forces surrounding it. Mountains and skies become a backdrop to his trials, emphasizing the connection between resilience and the environment. Legends continue to unfold, echoing the importance of enduring through life's myriad challenges. Through Atlas, these tales remind us of the innate strength that resides within, encouraging a quiet acceptance of burdens carried and the journeys undertaken. The intricate portrayal of wind in ancient textiles and craftsmanship reveals a deep connection to the elements. This region's artisans skillfully wove motifs that echoed the fluidity and movement of air, capturing its essence in fabric. Patterns of swirling lines represented gusts, while gentle curves mimicked soft breezes, embodying the duality of wind's power and gentleness. Such craftsmanship extended beyond visual representation. Textiles served practical purposes, protecting against the elements while also bearing symbolic significance. The imagery often conveyed the idea of freedom and change, reflecting the belief that wind carried not only whispers of the past, but also the promise of new beginnings. In various cultures, artisans incorporated materials that interacted with wind in unique ways. Delicate fibers, when caught by a breeze, would shift and shimmer, evoking the very movement they sought to depict. This interaction transformed static objects into dynamic expressions of nature's unseen forces. These creations often adorned ceremonial spaces, underscoring their importance in rituals and daily life. The presence of wind in art and craftsmanship acted as a reminder of the unseen forces that shape human experience, subtly influencing lives and fostering a sense of connection to the world. Such depictions endure, inviting reflection on the complexities of existence. Interwoven with the elemental, the figure of Atlas holds significant importance in the realm of maritime navigation, serving as a symbol of both guidance and stability. Ancient mariners relied on the stars, charting their courses by observing celestial bodies. The constellations provided a reliable framework for navigation, with Atlas often depicted as a celestial map, anchoring the heavens above. Navigational techniques evolved over centuries, with tools such as the astrolabe and the sextant emerging as essential instruments for sailors. These devices enabled navigators to measure the angle of celestial bodies above the horizon, facilitating accurate positioning at sea. Ancient cultures, including the Greeks and Phoenicians, understood the importance of these measurements, which were meticulously recorded in navigational logs. This region of maritime exploration saw the emergence of detailed charts, crafted from years of experience and observation. Such maps captured not only the positions of stars, but also the intricate currents and winds that influenced travel. As vessels traversed open waters, the wisdom of previous seafarers was preserved in these documents, guiding new adventurers across vast expanses. The art of navigation was intrinsically linked to the mythos of Atlas, whose enduring presence echoed through the ages as sailors sought both direction and meaning in their voyages. In this manner, Atlas became more than a figure. It transformed into a guiding principle for those daring to navigate the uncertain seas, mastering a sense of empowerment, each representing unique aspects of support and burden. The concept of bearing weight is not foreign to the Eastern pantheon. For instance, in Hinduism, the deity Vishnu is sometimes depicted as lying on the cosmic serpent, symbolizing stability amidst chaos. This act of preservation resonates with Atlas's role of holding the heavens, holding mythology amidst chaos. This act of preservation resonates with Atlas's role of holding the heavens. In Chinese mythology, the figure of Pangu, who separated the heavens from the earth, evokes similar themes of creation and responsibility. Both deities illustrate the intricate balance required to maintain order in the universe. The burden of existence rests heavily upon their shoulders, echoing Atlas's eternal struggle. Japanese mythology introduces Takaminakata, a deity associated with agriculture and prosperity. He embodies the connection between labor and sustenance, reflecting Atlas's protective nature over humanity's endeavors. These figures, while distinct in their narratives, share a common thread of guardianship and the weight of responsibility. This region's mythologies converge on the idea of nurturing balance and stability within a chaotic world, revealing a universal acknowledgement of the strength required to uphold existence. Each narrative enriches the collective understanding of divine figures and their profound influence on human life. The evolution of Atlas in post-classical literature reflects shifting perceptions of endurance and strength. In medieval texts, he often appears as a symbol of burden, embodying the weight of the cosmos. This region saw a reinterpretation of his myth, where the Titan's role expanded beyond mere physicality to encapsulate moral and ethical dilemmas faced by humanity. Writers explored themes of responsibility and sacrifice, framing Atlas as a figure of resilience amidst adversity. Renaissance scholars revived interest in classical mythology, presenting Atlas not solely as a bearer of the heavens but also as a source of knowledge. Art and literature began to intertwine, with depictions emphasizing his wisdom. These representations illustrated a deeper philosophical exploration of the universe, suggesting a connection between human discovery and divine guidance. The humanist movement further solidified Atlas's role, portraying him as an intellectual figure who bridges the gap between the celestial and terrestrial realms. And modern literature, the Titan adapts once more, reflecting contemporary concerns, often depicted in narratives addressing existential questions. He becomes a metaphor for the search for meaning in an increasingly complex world. These portrayals resonate with a varied audience, emphasizing the enduring relevance of Atlas as a symbol of human perseverance against the forces of chaos, both external and internal. The journey of this figure continues to inspire reflections on the nature of strength and responsibility in a changing landscape. Numerous sculptures and statues embody this figure, each interpretation revealing nuances of strength and burden throughout history. Artisans have sculpted Atlas in various forms, often depicting him as a muscular giant, his physique symbolizing unwavering endurance. These representations frequently showcase him with broad shoulders and defined limbs, suggesting the weight of the heavens rests heavily upon him. The heaviness of this task is captured in the tautness of his muscles and the intensity of his expression, conveying determination amid adversity. In classical antiquity, marble statues adorned temples, where the figure served as a reminder of humanity's connection to the divine. This region's famous examples often depict him kneeling or standing, bearing a celestial sphere above his head. Such designs emphasize the monumental scale of the burden he carries, rendering the dynamic between effort and grace. And contrast, some modern interpretations take a more abstract approach, focusing on the essence of support rather than the physicality of the figure. These artworks invite contemplation on the broader implications of strength, resilience, and the fragility of existence. The fading company of these representations across time speaks to the enduring legacy of the figure, reminding viewers of the complex interplay between obligation and the human experience. Each sculpture stands as a testament to the timeless dialogue surrounding strength and its inherent challenges. The figure of Atlas, burdened by the weight of the heavens, provides a compelling lens through which to examine the environmental shifts currently unfolding. In ancient narratives, this Titan not only symbolizes strength, but also embodies the delicate balance between humanity and nature. This region, rich in myth, serves as a reminder of the fragile relationship that exists between civilization and the elements. The stories tell of how Atlas held the sky aloft, preserving the earth from the chaos above, an allegory reflecting mankind's responsibility toward its surroundings. Today, shifting climates echo the struggles faced by this Titan. Rising temperatures and erratic weather patterns signal a need for introspection on the impact of human activity on the environment. The fading company of once mighty forests and the retreat of glaciers mirror the pressures felt by Atlas, who bears the weight of the world. Each cracking ice sheet and desertification event can be seen as a modern-day echo of his burden, illustrating the consequences of neglect and disconnection. This perspective invites a deeper understanding of resilience and responsibility, urging a collaborative effort to mitigate change. The ancient narrative of Atlas, thus, becomes a poignant reminder of humanity's role in preserving the delicate equilibrium that sustains life on Earth. And the weight of Atlas extends beyond mere mythology, delving deeply into the human psyche. This figure embodies a profound sense of burden and responsibility, reflecting the internal struggles faced by individuals throughout history. The symbolic act of supporting the heavens resonates with those who grapple with their own existential challenges, often feeling overwhelmed by expectations placed upon them. Societies have long viewed this burden as both a noble and heavy mantle. It represents the duality of strength and vulnerability, a testament to human endurance in the face of insurmountable odds. The psychological implications manifest in various forms, including anxiety, depression, and a persistent sense of inadequacy. Individuals often perceive their own responsibilities as a reflection of their worth, creating a cycle of pressure that can lead to exhaustion. In this context, Atlas serves as a mirror, prompting introspection about the nature of obligation and sacrifice. The narratives surrounding this figure invite exploration of how collective and personal struggles shape identity. The burdens borne by Atlas underscore the shared experience of humanity, a silent acknowledgement of the trials inherent in existence. This understanding fosters empathy, as it reminds society of the unseen battles faced by others, encouraging a compassionate approach to the burdens carried through life. The influence of Atlas extends into the realm of environmental art and activism, where the weight of his myth resonates deeply. Artists draw inspiration from the figure who bears the world, translating the collective struggle against climate change and ecological degradation into poignant visual narratives. This region, marked by natural beauty, becomes a canvas for expressions that highlight the fragility of ecosystems and the urgent need for preservation. Works emerge in various forms, from installations made of reclaimed materials to murals that depict both the splendor and the decline of landscapes. They serve as reminders of humanity's interconnectedness with nature, invoking a sense of responsibility. The fading company of trees, rivers, and wildlife is depicted not just as a loss, but as a call to action. Activism fueled by these artistic expressions transcends mere awareness. They cultivate a sense of urgency, compelling individuals and communities to engage in sustainable practices. This movement is bolstered by the metaphor of Atlas, embodying the burden of stewardship for the planet. The resonance of his story underscores the idea that each person carries a piece of the weight, and thus, collective action becomes essential. This relationship between myth and activism illustrates the profound impact of narratives, reminding society that the strength to effect change lies within shared resolve. Artistic expressions have long drawn inspiration from the elemental forces surrounding humanity, with the winds often serving as a potent symbol of change and movement. In classical art, depictions of zephyrs and gales can be found in sculptures and paintings, where they are rendered with ethereal grace. These representations evoke a sense of freedom and transcendence, a though of transcendence, inviting contemplation of nature's power. Such works allow viewers to engage with the unseen forces shaping their world, embodying the essence of winds as both gentle and fierce. In later periods, artists adopted the theme of wind to encapsulate the complexities of human experience. Impressionist painters, for instance, captured the fleeting quality of light and movement, often suggesting the presence of wind through brushstrokes that create a sense of dynamism. This approach reflects an understanding that the environment influences emotions and perceptions. Contemporary artists have further expanded on this theme, utilizing mixed media to explore the relationship between wind and human existence. Installations may incorporate soundscapes or kinetic elements, allowing the winds to play a role in the artwork itself, inviting interaction and reflection. This evolution showcases an enduring fascination with the unseen forces that swirl around and within us, demonstrating how the winds continue to inspire creativity across various artistic disciplines. Atlas's representation has found renewed relevance within the realm of modern science fiction. Here, the Titan embodies the struggle against insurmountable odds, echoing the human condition in a technologically advanced landscape. This legacy reimagined often features colossal beings, reminiscent of Atlas, who navigate the challenges of their environments, burdened not only by physical weight, but by existential dilemmas. On these narratives, the concept of weight extends beyond mere physicality. It intertwines with themes of responsibility, sacrifice, and the quest for knowledge. Characters inspired by this Titan may grapple with the consequences of their actions, mirroring the burden that comes with immense power. The complex interplay between duty and freedom becomes a focal point, raising questions about agency in a rapidly evolving society. The visual representations of Atlas in contemporary works often emphasize the juxtaposition of ancient mythology and futuristic aesthetics. This fusion creates a striking image where the past informs the present and future, evoking a sense of continuity through time. Visually, it serves as a reminder that the struggles portrayed in ancient tales resonate with the challenges faced in modern narratives. Such interpretations encourage a deeper exploration of humanity's relationship with the forces external and internal. These narratives often reflect an innate understanding of the human condition. The figure of Atlas embodies resilience, burdened by the weight of the world, symbolizing the trials that individuals encounter in their own lives. This allegory extends beyond mere physical endurance. It delves into the spiritual dimensions of existence, illustrating the balance between duty and personal liberation. Such myths serve as conduits for introspection, inviting contemplation on the nature of responsibility. In various cultures, the act of bearing burdens transforms into a path of enlightenment. The celestial imagery surrounding Atlas reinforces the notion that struggles are not solely individual, but part of a universal experience. These lessons invite reflection on the interconnectedness of all beings, suggesting that the weight carried may lead to collective understanding. The philosophical underpinnings found within these stories offer insights into navigating life's complexities. They encourage individuals to reassess their burdens and seek meaning in adversity. The journey of Atlas becomes a metaphor for personal growth, urging one to confront the forces that shape their existence. Each myth encapsulates wisdom, urging a deeper engagement with both internal aspirations and external challenges. This exploration reveals the timeless relevance of ancient narratives, illuminating pathways to resilience in the face of life's relentless trials. Collective memory shapes the understanding of figures like Atlas, whose burden transcends the physical realm. This ancient titan, condemned to support the heavens, embodies the weight of human experience and the struggle against insurmountable odds. In this region, stories of Atlas intertwine with local lore, creating a rich fabric of shared beliefs that span generations. Community gatherings often evoke his image, serving as a reminder of endurance amidst adversity. Myths persist, evolving yet remaining anchored in their original essence. They adapt to cultural shifts, reflecting contemporary issues while retaining their foundational narratives. The varied depictions of Atlas across different civilizations illustrate a universal recognition of resilience. In art and literature, he is portrayed not merely as a figure of strength, but also as a symbol of responsibility and sacrifice, resonating with the human condition. The echoes of these tales resonate through the ages, inviting introspection on personal and collective struggles. In oral traditions, The imagery of Atlas serves as a powerful metaphor for the burdens carried by individuals within society. Each retelling reinforces the connection to the past, ensuring that lessons learned from ancient myths continue to influence modern thought. The enduring legacy of Atlas reminds us of the strength found in shared stories, fostering a sense of unity amidst the passage of time. Cultural identity often weaves itself through the invisible currents of winds that have embraced various civilizations throughout history. These forces, while intangible, have played a significant role in shaping the traditions, beliefs, and daily lives of communities. Different regions have developed unique narratives that reflect their relationship with the winds, influencing everything from agricultural practices to spiritual rituals. Coastal areas, for instance, the gentle breezes have inspired seafaring tales where mariners relied on them for navigation and sustenance. Those residing in arid landscapes, conversely, have learned to respect the fierce gusts that can transform a landscape within moments. Such interactions fostered a deep understanding of environmental rhythms, embedding them into the very fabric of cultural identity. This connection to winds is not merely practical, it has also inspired art and folklore. Stories of gods and spirits embodying these winds articulate the human experience of nature's unpredictable temperament. Festivals often celebrate the seasonal changes brought by winds, marking transitions that hold both agricultural and spiritual significance. For communities have thus formed around these narratives, with members finding solidarity in shared experiences of weather and climate. The way winds have shaped local dialects and artistic expressions reflects the profound impact of this elemental force on societal development. Each gust carries with it the legacy of those who have come before, weaving a complex identity that endures through generations. Atlas stands as a symbol in the modern global landscape, representing the weight of responsibility borne by nations and individuals alike. His image transcends time, embodying the burdens of leadership and stewardship that persist in contemporary society. The challenges faced today, climate change, economic disparity, social unrest, echo the struggles of ancient civilizations, reminding us that the threads of history remain intricately interwoven with current affairs. This region, once marked by the ambitions of empires, now grapples with a world increasingly defined by interconnectedness. The forces that swirl around Atlas resonate in the collaborative efforts of nations to address shared concerns. Global movements for sustainability reflect a renewed commitment to the principles he embodies. It is within these collective actions that the enduring relevance of his myth is illuminated, as societies unite under common goals. In the digital age, the weight Atlas carries is transformed, shaped by technology that connects disparate voices. The dialogue surrounding global issues is no longer limited by geographic boundaries, and his legacy inspires a new generation to engage in the complexities of governance and social responsibility. The ideals associated with Atlas serve as a guiding framework, urging contemplation of the impact of individual choices on the collective future, fostering a sense of shared purpose in an ever-evolving world. The legacy of Atlas extends beyond mere myth, permeating various aspects of human culture and thought. This figure embodies the weight of responsibility, emphasizing the burden of choices made by individuals in society. The winds, often depicted as forces beyond control, symbolize the unpredictable nature of life and the challenges faced in navigating it. Representations in literature, art, and philosophy reflect this enduring theme, showcasing the interplay between human agency and external influences. In ancient texts, Atlas serves as a reminder of the consequences of hubris and the importance of humility. His image has inspired countless interpretations, from Renaissance paintings to modern literature, where the struggle against overwhelming odds is a recurrent motif. These narratives illustrate the balance between striving for personal aspirations and acknowledging one's place within the broader community. This region, rich in artistic expression, continues to celebrate the interplay of Atlas and the winds. Festivals honor this legacy, weaving together elements of storytelling and performance. The symbolic nature of these themes encourages reflection on personal responsibility in a global context. As societies evolve, the essence of Atlas remains relevant, urging individuals to consider how their actions resonate within the interconnected web of humanity. The winds carry the whispers of this legacy, a quiet reminder of the shared journey through history.